Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those that need instant gratification, and the show's Twitter feed is at SKiMPod, SKiMPod.
Stays Crunchy.
For the more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again being spelled with a K.
Crunchy.
Hey, feel free to give us a call at 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311.
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
We're available by Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, anywhere fine podcasts are available. And of course, it's the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share wherever possible, including on YouTube, where we can now be found at Stays Crunchy. And over on Twitch, we're still Stays Crunchy and Milk. Our personal Twitters are
Tatum 216,
Lunchbox 2099.
And I'm your host, the internet's Tayrell 713.
Stays Crunchy, Stays Crunchy, Stays Crunchy, Stays Crunchy, Stays Crunchy, Stays Crunchy.
How you living, Biggie Smalls? I'm surrounded by criminals, heavy rollers, even the shiesty individuals, smoking skunk and mad fillies, down Billy badasses, cracks and stacks in masses. If robbery's a class, bet I pass it. Shit get drastic. I'm burying you bastards. Big Papa never softening. Take you to the church, rob the preacher for the offering. Leave the fucker coughing up blood in his pockets like rabbit is. Cover the wife Kleenex for the kids' tears. But somewhere, mosquito on my bitches. She whipping my ride, counting my ones, thinking I'm riches. Just the way players play, all day, every day. I don't know what else to say. I've been robbing niggas since running in was singing, here we go. Snatching ropes at the Roxy's, homeboy. You didn't know my flow, detrimental to your health. Usually roll for self. I have sun riding shotgun. My mind's on my 9, my pen's my Mac 10. My target, all you whack niggas who started rapping. Junior Mafia Stilo, niggas know the half. Caviar for breakfast, champagne bubble baths. Run up in pretty bitches constantly. The Smalls bitch, who the fuck it was supposed to be. Hello, and welcome to it. Stays Crunchy and Milk. It's episode 480. We're heading west to Toledo. It's the internet's Tayrell 713. That's I. I'm joined by my best friends. It's Tatum 216.
Hello. I would like to hear like a soulful version of I'm going to Toledo. I don't know what's there. I'm going to Toledo.
All you gotta do is listen back to this next week, and you've done it. You've heard a soulful version of that very track you just made up along as you're in your head. Of course, my other best friend is Lunchbox 2099.
I am here, and no lady song this week. I'm sorry. I will self-report. I am watching sports because we have sports betting in Ohio, and I've been doing it every night practically since January 1st. And these basketball games have my attention, so I came woefully unprepared. So my apologies to listeners. I hope you could find it in your hearts to forgive me.
I'm going to Toledo. You know we're sports betting in Ohio now. I'm going to Toledo. The Muddy Hands are a point ahead.
Well, you know what it is? It's remote, which means I have a little news story for you, and stuff, box out stuff, and then I got some stuff. It'll be great. It's gonna be great. And in fact, if you listen to our, I gotta tell you,
most of the things you just said in that list are true.
I've been very happy about our last few episodes. I've listened to them as a listener and been like, yeah, these have been really fucking good. So I'll tell you right now, man, we've been, if you know, you know. So just point it out to you people, man. We make some pretty good product.
Yeah,
I'm happy about it.
I worked not pretty hard, but like hard enough on this week's game, so I'm pretty excited.
Excellent. So let me get you started with the news story and pull back the video so I can see my boys. Man,
oh my god!
Sorry, I switched. What happened?
I'm thinking every week I gotta have I gotta have a Toledo story, and they gotta. I'm going to Toledo.
Well, here we go. You know what it is? It's an Ohio story because we live in Ohio, and therefore I tell stories of this great state as it slowly falls apart and becomes even more of a southern state than it ever has been before. Kindergarten vaccination rates trend downward as Ohio public health officials fight back. Franklin County still dealing with ongoing measles outbreak. This is by Susan Tebben at the Ohio Capitol Journal by way of Cleveland Scene or Scene Cleveland. Not sure what goes first there. The National Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have said national vaccine rates for young children are down for the third year in a row. And Ohio public health officials paint a similar picture locally. In a recent summary of vaccination coverage, the CDC yet again cited pandemic-related disruptions as part of the reason for the decline in vaccines for measles, mumps, and rubella, polio and diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis, aka whooping cough. Typically, part of the round of vaccines kindergartners need to boost their immune system and attend school. Vaccination coverage among kindergarten students remains below pre-pandemic levels, the CDC reports. Pockets of under-vaccinated children within a larger area of high vaccination coverage can lead to outbreaks. In the 2021-2022 school year, vaccine coverage for the kindergarten age group 93% nationally, with less than 3% of the population claiming an exemption to vaccine use. This is a decrease from 2020-2021 school year, where national coverage declined from 95% the year before to 94% in kindergartners. The national numbers from 2021-22 showed a nearly 4% increase in children who weren't caught up on their MMR vaccine, but didn't claim an exemption to the vaccine. As schools return to in-person learning, high vaccination coverage is critical to continue protecting children and communities from vaccine-preventable diseases, the CDC researchers wrote. The CDC surveyed 92% of the 139,077 kindergartens in Ohio for their coverage study. Among them, 88% of Ohio kindergartens have received 2 doses of the MMR series, 88.5% have received 5 doses of the DTaP vaccine, 88.9% their 4-dose polio series, and 87.9% the 2-dose chickenpox varicella vaccine. Local public officials have been working to encourage parents to get back on schedule with vaccinations to avoid bigger societal implications. We're at risk of losing our herd immunity for these diseases with less people vaccinated, said Dr. David Margolius, director of the Cleveland Department of Public Health. Though misinformation about the COVID-19 vaccine fueled movements to avoid vaccines, public health leaders say the decline in vaccination was caused by pandemic closures and less in-person interaction with students and parents as COVID-19 took hold. As students return in-person schooling with COVID-19 regulations easing in the state, doctors and nurses are doing what they can to bring people back up to date and answer their questions about their long-standing childhood vaccinations. There are diseases that, in my life and training, I haven't seen, and that's because of the vaccines. Dr. Miller Sullivan, Franklin Public Health Medical Director and pediatrician with the Central Ohio Primary Care. Most people in the United States today haven't seen the measles. Most physicians haven't seen the measles, but there are severe mortality rates for those diseases in other countries. There's more to this. This goes a little further, but I try not to bore you too much. But the link is already ready to be in the notes next week because I extra prepared for this show this week. So you can read the rest of that article and get your goddamn kids vaccinated. Okay, just make sure they take care of that. All right. There we go.
I would like to tell you guys right now, I am paying attention, but I'm finishing writing up my song "Going to Toledo," so I'm a little distracted at the moment because I found out I got inspired because I found out the nickname of Toledo was the Glass City. Ain't that a cool ass name?
It is. Did they used to make glass there all the time or something? Was that
I have no idea. All I know is I'm going to Toledo. Oh shit!
Toledo gonna take you out.
By the end of this episode, you will have a "Going to Toledo" song.
Well, first up as always is Tatum, so I need you to stop writing your song and join the show.
I cannot help it. When your heart says something, you got to go with it. But okay.
Toledo is known as the glass capital of the world due to its long and fascinating history of glass manufacturing. Toledo's abundant natural gas and high silica content sandstone led New England Glass Company to relocate here in 1888.
Okay, so cue some corny game show music because it's time to play.
Hold on. We can probably do that. You see some. Game
I'm
show
going to.
music.
My voice is really going. I can't hit that note no more. I don't know if it was the tea or what I was drinking.
I don't need a classic one. I just want fun, exciting music for game shows. Here we go. This is from Yummy Sounds, which is a blog. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna find something I think fits the bill. All right, here I'll push play on this one. Let me see. No, that's too dramatic. Let's see. How about this one? Nah, that's too. See, these are all a little too. Who wants to be a millionaire?
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna give you this one. It's called Funky House.
Oh,
Hold on, let me trying to rewind it for you. All right. Here we go, people. I'm gonna give you some funky house music.
I mean, no bullshit. I think I might take my kids to the Toledo Imagination Station. That looks amazing. I'm going to Toledo. Yeah, my voice ain't gonna do that shit no more. It hurt. Yes. Now, it's time for the game you never thought you wanted to play. The Price is Real, Big Game Edition. You know we can't call it Super Bowl, so we'll call it the Big Game.
The Superb Owl.
Okay, so as you guys have played The Price is Real before, but for those at home may not have played before, this is how you play it. All right, I say a product, and I need you to guess the price of the said product from three different places. The three different places are Walmart, Target, and with these days and times, Instacart. So I say the product, you guess the price for Walmart, Target, and Instacart, and whoever gets closest gets a point. We'll start. Like I said, this is the big game edition. So these are all products that you might see at your big game table at
Okay.
big game prices.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna start with Diet Coke. So you guys can say out a price. I mean, you don't have to wait on each other. You can just yell it out, and you can overbid or underbid your opponent here tonight.
Well, what size is this Diet Coke?
This is okay. Thank you for asking. That's a 2-liter Diet Coke.
Diet Coke, 2 liter, $2.29 at Target.
See, this is a problem because my mind immediately goes to back in the day prices when a 2-liter Diet Coke was like 99 cents.
Don't do that to yourself.
And that's exactly why I decided to play The Price is Real, because like my normal run to the store quick used to be about $25. I've noticed the median not the median, the price has been about 40 now. Like just getting okay, when I'm getting just like bare essentials like milk, paper plates, like stuff like that, where it's just like it might be between 6 and 10, not 30 to 40, like just small shopping has been about $40 now, when it before it was like 25 or 20.
All right, Walmart, I'll go $2.99. Target, I'll go $3.49. And what was the third one?
Instacart.
Instacart.
Which I feel like is an offshoot of Target.
Instacart's an app where they go grocery shopping for you. It's not limited to just Target.
What I'm telling you is I think Target owns. I feel like Target might have some stock in Instacart. Instacart is a business. But keep going.
So you win.
All right, so if it's $2.29 at Target, in my opinion, Instacart gonna hit you with that little delivery fee. So I'm gonna go with $3 from Instacart, and Walmart. This is where Walmart get a little persnickety. They'll be like, we have the lowest price, but it'll be the lowest price by a penny. So I'm gonna say $2.25 from Walmart.
Okay, so the actual price for Walmart is $2.48. The actual Target was $2.59.
59. There it is.
The actual price from Instacart was $3.49. So lunch went over for the most part. He had that instant price card dead on, but he guessed it for Walmart. So I'm going to say T won the first round for the Diet Coke. Now that you know how the prices are going, I think you guys will do better next round.
Fair enough.
Okay, so this is an 8-ounce bag of Lay's plain potato chips.
8-ounce bag. Is that a standard size bag, or is that the like what?
Yes, that's
that's
the
a
new
single
standard
serve.
size. That's
No,
the
that's
new.
not a
That's
single
the,
serve. That's the new big bag.
Oh.
Yeah,
It used to be, I think, about 12, but they lowered it down to 8 now.
and raised the price.
Yeah, made the bag smaller and made the price more expensive.
Walmart, I'll go $4.24.
Okay.
Target, I'll go $4.59. Instacart, $4.99.
I'm kind of in that same wheelhouse. I feel $4.79 from Target. We'll go. What'd you say from Walmart, bro?
I think I said $4.24.
Okay. I'll go with $4.44 for Walmart and Instacart.
For Walmart?
Yeah. And Instacart, I'll just say 5 across the board, 5 even.
Okay. All right. The actual retail price for Lay's potato chips are $3 at Walmart,
Nice.
$3.99 at Target, and $4.19 at Instacart. So Dan won that round.
Well done, sir.
Good job, Dan. All right. Okay. Now, what else we got on the table is ballpark Frank, bun size, 15 ounces, 8 count.
Man. So I get sausage from Giant Eagle, and I feel like the sauce from Giant Eagle is chicken sausage. Is like $6, honest to God. So,
Yeah, it's like $6.49 or something like that.
yeah, so I'm gonna go in the realm of hot doggery. It's got to be like in like the $3.99 kind of situation, especially because it's bun size. So we'll go $3.99 Target,
$3.99 Target,
$4.05 Instacart,
$4.05
and
Walmart,
$3.49 Walmart.
$3.49 at Walmart.
What was the brand again?
Ballpark. 15 ounce, 8 count Franks.
I will go $3.99 Walmart, $4.49 Target, $4.99 Instacart.
Man.
You said how much at Instacart?
$4.99.
$4.99.
I know that like we get like a 24 pack from Sam's Club for like $8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the actual retail price at Walmart is $4.22. So Dan won that one. The actual retail price is $4.49. Dan won that one exactly. You got the exact price for that. And then $4.99. I mean, it's $5.29. And T won that one, but Dan got one exactly right, and he got closer. But actually, no, yeah. So Dan won 2 out of 3 of those. So Dan won that round, third round as well. All right, good job so far, guys. All right, so we got 3 more. You guys want to ride out? Keep on going.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we have Jose Cuervo Classic Lime, 1.75 liter bottle.
Is this liquor?
Tequila?
No, I'm sorry, it's Jose Cuervo Lime Margarita Mix. I'm sorry.
The mix. I'm like, I ain't buying none of this shit at Walmart or Target.
I don't think I've ever bought this before.
But it's available everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the bottle. It's in like the little it's not the wine
mixer
aisle,
section.
but yeah, they actually have a little like slot cut out for this things in Target at least.
Yeah,
I've never bought this stuff before.
Yeah.
So My gut says Walmart $8.99, Target $9.39, Instacart $9.69.
969.
I've that's just my gut. I have no idea because I've never bought this stuff before. I've nothing to base that on.
Okay.
Go Instacart 1050. Target $9.99. And Walmart $9.49. I want everybody in range of each other.
Okay. So the actual retail price at Walmart is $12.98.
Fuck.
$12.99 at Target. $14.69 at Instacart, and it's on sale for from $16.79. So, T, you won that round because Dan went under for all of them. So you won that round.
Man. But still, that's expensive. I was thinking 12 at first, and then Dan, like when Dan said that, I was like, all right, he probably right. Let me step down slow.
Like I said, I had nothing to base that on. I didn't know.
No, I got faith in you. Sorry.
Yeah, like it's one of those. It's like one of those mid show because they also like do it for not Patron. What's the 1800 has a similar a similar style too, and those are a little bit more expensive. But it's a pretty decent mixer. All right, so I mean, I think all you gotta do is mix with ice. I think it already got Jose Cuervo in there. All right, so the next item is the 12 count, 12-ounce bottles of Bud Light.
12-ounce bottles in a 12 count. How do you pack a 12 count of bottles?
I think they do it in like a box.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like a box with a handle as a lid. Not like the Sixers, but it's like an actual like square.
It looked like a box of a Pepsi Cube.
Ah, there you go. Thank you for drawing that there in my mind palace here.
I'll go $16.99 at Walmart, $17.39 at Target, and $17.69 on Instacart.
We got the Bud, just like them frogs. $14.99 Walmart. $15.50 Target. $20 Instacart. They seem to be bullshitting.
Okay, so the retail price for 12-ounce, 12-count bottles of Bud Light at Walmart is $12.99.
Wow.
At Target, it is $14.99. And strangely enough, at Instacart, it is $12.49. Instacart at the cheapest on that.
We'll deliver you some bid for player prices. Worry not.
T won for Walmart and Target, and Dan won for Instacart. So that round goes to T as well. You guys are friggin' tied up. No. T, no. You're not tied up. This would be the tiebreaker. Dan has 2. T has 3. And so this would be the tiebreaker, and then we got a bonus round.
The tie maker, or I can win.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Solo Cup,
Solo,
18 ounces, 50 count.
Okay.
$3.49 Walmart.
The standard joints.
Yes, this is the Solo Red Cup, 18 ounces, 50 count.
$3.49 Walmart, $3.69 Target, $3.72 Instacart.
You said 372 Instacart?
Yeah.
Okay. Those are Dan's guesses.
$5.49 Walmart.
Ooh.
That's just what I'm at. I'm sorry.
Okay.
$5.49 Walmart. Let's go with $6 Target and $6.50 Instacart.
Okay. So the retail price for Solo red cup, 18-ounce, 50 count at Walmart is $5.92. The price at Target is $6.49. The price at Instacart is $8.09.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
So, T won that round. I think we're Dan. Where you were still thinking of like prices like a year or two ago for those, because those would have been right like
Last year.
last year. Because I remember buying cups and then I'm looking at these prices and they went up. The dilemma with this round was the original thing I had research was paper plates, right? The interesting thing about Walmart, for a lot of different products, they're the only one who have that count and sometimes size.
Yeah.
So Walmart is the only one who has Dixie 8.5 8.5 inch paper plates and 100 count. Everybody else has 90 or 80. Like Walmart has the lock on the market in a different way than anybody else. So T won the original game, but Dan can come back with the pizza bonus round. So across the board, a medium cheese pizza from Domino's, Papa John's, and Pizza Hut. Now, I know Domino's has a deal when you buy two things, but you're not buying two things. You're only buying one medium pizza to bring to the Super Bowl party. I'm sorry, the big game party. So you cannot add anything else to this deal. This is a one pizza deal. So remember that, guys. One medium cheese pizza across the board. Domino's, Papa John. Oh, okay. So yeah, Domino's, Papa John's, and Pizza Hut. I looked up medium cheese pizzas, no extra cheese, no nothing. Let's see who can get the closest price for those for each.
Pizza Hut $8.99, Domino's $9.99, Papa John's $10.99.
Okay, so $8.99 for Pizza Hut, you say? What's
Yeah.
Papa John's?
$10.99.
$10.99. And Domino's?
$9.99.
Okay. Say UT?
I'm gonna go. Let's go $11.99 Pizza Hut. Let's go 12 even Domino's and $12.50 Papa John's.
All right. You guys are brilliant in many ways. Now, Dan got it right on the nose for Domino's, $9.99.
He be getting Domino's.
I do.
But then T for Pizza Hut, you were only 90 cents off. So you said it's $11.19 and you got $11.99. And for Papa John's, Dan said $10.99, you said $12.50. Papa John's is $13.49, the most expensive one. So T hit the board again. Congratulations, T won the price show. Next time, Dan, you can win, but you didn't tonight. You guys at home can play with your friends. In your face.
But I'm going to have to save that for future use, just in case we need that. So let's throw that in the old SKiM news folder, as that's the only folder I have for SKiM right now. Paste. And let me stop sharing my screen. Y'all need to be seeing all this.
I wasn't even looking.
It's literally just Emma the assholes and my segment, so it's all to the good. Boxman, we tossed up to you, baby. Did RJ Barrett that game? I put in the chat. I don't know if y'all saw that. I saw that game with the overtime. Did RJ Barrett come through?
He did.
So I'm glad you got that Bucks, and the Knicks came back and won. Even though they got that overtime, they should certainly not have.
We'll see. Where I end up on the night, because that wasn't the only bet I had in. That was just the one that was most prevalent. Yeah. Last check, I was down 25, but we'll see. We'll see. I got some irons in the fire.
All right, we got the Mavs Suns and we got Spurs Clippers on the late game. So who's doing what here?
I think I took Dallas in this game with the money line. They were plus 1.5. I mean, not the money line, but with the spread.
Yeah.
But I didn't have them straight up. It was part of a parlay that already busted, so it doesn't really matter. Like I'll probably end up betting the over under when we get closer to the fourth quarter.
Okay.
That's something that like I feel like I'm pretty decent at. Is like with the NBA games. Like yesterday, like I had some parlays that like would have cashed had like one final team. Like I had like the hockey parlay where like the fucking underdog won, and they were like it was like my most favorite matchup of the parlay, and they lost, so that cost me. And then I had a 5-team NBA parlay where I nailed 4 out of the 5, and then the last one was a team that's like 10 games better than the other team who had played the night before and was on the road. Fucking lost. Mike Brown stuck it to me again.
Wow,
couldn't get his King squad to show up at home against the lowly Toronto Raptors, but you know, I ended up salvaging some of the night by like I did 8 NBA over unders, I think it was, and I won 6 out of the 8, so I was able to salvage something. That's the thing. I've learned a lot about sports betting in the last 3 weeks, as far as like not to get so excited with the wins and so like down with the losses, because it's like a stock market. It's like one day you're gonna hit, one day you're not. Like you can have a stretch where a couple days you're lost. Like you just gotta like not get crazy and just be willing to ride it all out. That if you keep doing well, make smart decisions, in the end you'll probably end up we'll call it ahead, but like it takes a lot of work. It's not easy.
Any prop bets, anything funky or fun in these sports betting situations in Ohio?
I'm sure there is, but I don't involve myself with that kind of stuff. Like I don't bet on the color of the Gatorade and anything like that. You know, man, I do appreciate the fact that we have sports betting in Ohio now, because I'm having so much fun with it. Like I feel like I'm pretty decent at understanding sports. I don't know betting math, and like that's where it's been fun for me. It's like finding a new hobby, and I'm like excited for something all over again. Like when I first started bowling, like bowling was a challenge, and I wasn't very good at it, and it took work, and I had to I listened to people that were like doing it for years, knew way better than me. Like I took advice and critiques and all this stuff to eventually get good at it. Or like back in the day when I played. Oh damn, Luca hurt already. I growing up playing basketball, like that took practice and effort, and Magic the Gathering that took like learning and trial and error, and it's just like any hobby, man. Like I find people that are smarter than me at it. I listen to them. I read. I learn lessons by failing. And this is just one thing now that like I'm excited to do every day. Like I look at lines. I try my best to listen. I try to have some fun too, because like we have like a group chat where a bunch of us like we do like similar parlays, and like we have like people we're rooting for together and everything. So like the group chat every night's been kind of like, oh my god, we need this to happen, or are you guys watching this game? Or like, damn, these people that didn't do the thing I needed them to do. Like right now, like half of our chat is like excited that RJ Barrett got those last couple points, and then we got a couple other people who are disappointed because they needed him to get like one more point because they did a different bet than the rest of us. So it's like the highs and the lows are fun because like you got people there doing it with you. So like I've been enjoying that aspect of it. Like trying to win is fun. You're not always going to win money, but like having friends that are like going along with it and doing it too is making that much more enjoyable for me. So while yes, I would like to, hit big and be rich and not have to work ever again, like that's not a reality at this moment. but like having fun with people like that I care about and that's been really rewarding. On top of the fact that I'm up like 1,300 on the month.
Well done, sir. Well done, sir. What else is going on with you, man?
Not a whole hell of a lot, if I'm being honest.
It's okay. It's okay.
I bowled the other night, and I've been watching sports and wrestling. Like, I got the Royal Rumble coming up this weekend, so I'm going to go to my buddies. There's a vintage expo at the IX Center on Saturday, like Saturday morning. I was thinking about maybe going, but like now I'm not sure because of circumstances. But I don't know. Like it's been snowy and whatnot. My ceiling was leaking again the other day. Well, a couple days because we've had a lot of snow and rain the last couple weeks. And I've talked about like maybe needing a new roof and this and that and the other. So like my buddy was just like, you know what? Let's go. Like he's like, let me go up in the attic because he'd never been in the attic because like I don't have like an attic. There's like when you come in my side door, there's like the basement steps to go down. Technically, the ceiling to that stairwell is the incline that goes up to an unfinished attic. So there's like planks of wood. They kind of, like when you go to like a carnival and they have that like ladder game where people try to go on the rickety ladder and they end up falling over. Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds me of that, but it's stable. It's not a rope, but there's rickety planks of wood that you have to ascend to get up to an unfinished attic. And I've never been up there. Like I'm just like I'm too big of a dude to be going through this Winnie the Pooh hole up this rickety ladder step because it's not like an actual entranceway either. It's like a hole in the wall that like the previous owners of the house had built like a coat closet into. Like that part of my living room, I don't think was originally in the floor design. They added that on, which is that wall is like that wood paneling. Yeah. Because that end of that wall wasn't originally there. So at least I don't think it was, like based on the linoleum on the floor and stuff and the way that like the walls laid out, I don't think it was originally there. But anyway, I'm too big to be going through that like doorway and trying to climb up those like rickety ass planks of wood to go up to that attic. So he went up there the other morning and he was looking around and like I ended up poking my head in and looking up and I could see like the roof boards and everything. And they don't look wet. And like, so the water that's coming in, I don't think it's coming in like off of like the roof. I think it's coming in somewhere like by the gutter, like by the fascia board that I asked the fucking gutter company to replace when they did my gutters last year that they didn't do. So like, there's no way for us to tell without being able to either replicate it or go up there when the ceiling's actually doing leaking, I don't think. So it wasn't doing it at that moment, but it was something we were talking about because I was talking about like the cost of roof replacement and stuff. But now that like I've seen up there and I've seen the wood that like it was bone dry, like there was no water damage or anything that I could see. So there's got to be like a slow leak somewhere by the edge and it like builds up on the insulation in that little area and then like drips down. It like over time it went into like the plaster because my living room ceiling is like plaster of Paris or whatever and it like trickled through that because water always takes the least resistance. So now like when it gets oversaturated up there and has no more like absorption or whatever, it leaks through the living room ceiling where the crack formed from all the water damage. So obviously at some point I want to get that fixed and repaired and everything, but in this economy, you got to pick and choose your battles. So
for sure.
So
the only worry there is mold, of course.
That was my main worry too. Yeah. But like having seen up there now, I'm not as worried because like a piece of insulation is easy to fucking lift up, throw in a trash bag, wipe down the area, and then slap a new piece down. Like it's more of a like just fixing the leak where the water's getting in because once that's done, like. I don't care anymore. Like as long I was afraid that I was gonna have to like replace like a roof, like have it like redone like with new shingles and wood and everything. But having looked up there now, I think it's simple as just finding like the crack or whatever where it's like drip. Because what it is a lot is like when the snow builds up, it kind of like creates like a waterway to wherever the crack is. Because I don't get leaks like that in the summertime. Like if we have like a hard rainfall, I don't know if maybe just because it's so dry most of the time that enough water doesn't come in to like drip through. But like when we have snow and the snow starts to melt, it's like it runs down on itself and finds its way in.
What it sounds like to me, because you said it's like near like the edge of the house, right? Do you have
if you're in my living room, you remember like where the couch used to be above by the front window?
Mm-hmm.
It would have been right above the armrest of the couch, like straight up right there. Like the edge of the bay window.
The edge of the bay window.
Yeah, like if you pull in my driveway and you look at my front window, the edge that's near the door, like where the window is, like straight up, that's where like the ceiling damage is.
Any pipe up there? Any pipe work up there at all? Anything you need?
No, it's literally an unfinished attic with nothing in it but insulation. There's literally nothing up there. There's like a couple of vents on the sides of the house just for airflow.
Yeah,
soffits. The soffits. That's what. That's the first thing I said. That's what that is. That's the soffits. So what's happening is,
those are on the sides of the house. The water damage is on the front. Yeah, because they look like little like you're talking about the white things. They look like honeycombs with like the slits in them. Those are on the sides of the house. Like they're way up high. They're nowhere near where the water is.
Because if that was what I was thinking is that if the soffits like let the airflow in, so I was thinking that if it starts melting, the airflow start coming back, and then it that's where the water's coming from. But there goes my theory.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that it's either a crack in the flashing and that gutter replacement company didn't do what I wanted and didn't fix the problem. They just changed out, put new gutters on, which, that putting new gutters on is fine, but that's not why I really wanted them to do the work. I picked them because they said they do fascia replacement and repair. That was what I wanted, and they didn't fucking do it, which I fucking told them that when like they gave me that like how do you like that like follow-up survey of like how do we do it? I'm like, well, you didn't do what I asked you to, and my ceiling's still leaking as I typed this reply and never got a reply back.
You could probably sue them, man, because when we had our gutters and our part of our roof replaced, like kind of what you're saying, like where the house meets the like this. Like we have this crazy section by one of our windows, like by one of your windows, where it's like the roof has two different heights, and they didn't put the flashing back right, and we had a big old storm, and the water came into our garage and totally ruined like the first like right when you walk into the garage, that shit just blew all over. And that's because they didn't put the flashing back right. That's probably exactly what's going on. But
yeah, so next time it leaks, maybe we'll I'll send him back up there and see if we can figure it out, or if we have more time, we can dick around, maybe pull the insulation out, see if there's like a visible crack or something, like maybe the sunlight comes through or something. Just, but at least now, like, it still bothers me, but like I'm less worried about it now that I've seen up there and I've seen that it's not just like this clusterfuck of damage,
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, theoretically, if I had to replace one rung of insulation, that's whatever. Sealing a crack, like, even if we did it ourselves, if we found a crack, and I'm sure we could figure out a way to seal a crack.
Oh, for sure.
And then just fucking repairing the plaster in the living room is just, I don't know, putting some more plaster up and then repainting it.
Correct. Yeah. So you got a plot, you got a scheme. It's okay. Yeah, may you win hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars, therefore making it easy for you to make these repairs without any issue.
If I won hundreds of millions of dollars, I might buy that island in the Caribbean.
Nicaragua?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Fuck with that. long as you give me, as long as you can find out how to get me there, you know what I'm saying? Player prices and all that shit. Travel, boat, or something, plane,
I mean,
some
at that
shit.
point, I'll have a PJ.
All right, there you go. Good, good.
I don't live far from an airport, and it'll be like 2 in the morning, hearing people take off. I'm like, man, I know some dope just landed here.
Well, there you go, people. I told y'all last week that I was considering a new segment, and I bumped into something this week, and I was like, "That's it, fuck it, new segment." We doing that shit going forward. And so T segment this week. I'm not saying I'm going to do this every week, but definitely I'm doing this shit this week. And who knows if I learn something else next week, we'll do it again then. The segment I'm going to call things I learned on TikTok this week because I'm constantly being educated on TikTok, and I found this one to be just fascinating. Uh, Somebody posted a picture on a it was a guy on TikTok, and it was a Stitch video talking about. I find it crazy. I find it hilarious that the only sushi Americans have named after a state in America has no fish in it, and blah blah blah. And he cooking until this dude comes through and he's like, well, actually, bruv, sushi is in reference to the rice, and I didn't know that. And so let me, like I said, I have pulled a couple articles, but also I just want to make sure I give peace to to the guy who made this video. This is Mike Sagawa. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, forgive me. I'm not trying to. Saki River is a TikTok handle, and the link to this video will of course be in your show notes. But he said that, I was like, well, let me go ahead and look into this. And sushi means sour rice. It has absolutely nothing to do with the raw fish. Which, if you just thought a second, you'd be like, well, that makes perfect sense because raw fish is sashimi. You know what I'm saying? Or sashimi is raw meats of all sorts because they make chicken sashimi in Japan because they chicken is, it ain't no salmonella popping in it because they have a proper situation going on over there. But I want to look into it, and I pulled a couple articles that, like I said, they'll be in the show notes. But this one I actually want to give you a little read on because it's relatively brief. And what exactly is sushi? This is by Catherine Hill over at Kitchen. And again, it'll be in your show notes. The word sushi is often ambiguous for non-native Japanese. We think of it as being interchangeable with raw fish. Sushi is a vinegared rice topped with other ingredients. Sashimi, which is slices of raw fish alone, is not sushi because it isn't accompanied with rice. The origins of sushi. Originally, sushi was fermented fish with rice preserved in salt, and that was the staple dish in Japan for 1,000 years until the Edo period, 1603 to 1868, when contemporary sushi was developed. The word sushi means it's sour, which reflects back to sushi's origins of being preserved in salt. Traditional versus contemporary sushi. Traditional sushi took longer to prepare due to the fermenting steps required. Contemporary sushi was developed to be a type of fast food and remains so to this day. Sushi in Japan. Sushi in Japan is very simple and usually doesn't contain more than one type of fish or one type of vegetable. In Japan, they don't have the kinds of rolls that are popular in American sushi establishments, such as rock and roll, spider roll, caterpillar roll, and so on. Japanese people also don't put avocado on their sushi. These types of rolls are considered Western style or California style. Eating sushi the way the Japanese do. When using condiments, the Japanese keep it simple. They do not mix wasabi in the soy sauce. If they desire more wasabi, they dab a little bit on the sushi. The pickled ginger is intended to be a palate cleanser and is eaten in between pieces of sushi, not with the sushi pieces. Japanese do not put sauces on their sushi, such as spicy mayonnaise or unagi sauce. To experience sushi as a purist, you want to taste the fresh ocean flavor of the fish, not drown it with soy sauce, wasabi, pickled ginger, or other sauces. Each sushi piece is supposed to be bite-sized, but if the piece of sushi is too big, it's fine to take 2 bites. Here are the principal types of sushi. Nigiri or nigiri sushi.
Almost.
An oblong mound of vinegared rice pressed between the palms of the hands with a little bit of wasabi on top and a simmering vegetable, a slice of tamago, which is an egg omelet, or a slice of raw fish draped over it. These are meant to be eaten with your fingers. Place one piece of nigiri between your thumb or index fingers, turning it upside down. Dip the fish in soy sauce. It's done this way because dipping its right side first will cause it to fall apart. Place it in your mouth, fish side down. Man, this is crazy. Inari Sushi, a pouch of fried tofu filled with rice. It's okay to eat these with your fingers, okay? Shirashi or Shirashi Sushi translates to scattered sushi. Shirashi is a bowl of vinegared rice and mixed ingredients eaten with chopsticks. Tamaki or hand roll, a cone-shaped piece with nori on the outside and vinegared rice and ingredients on the inside, is also eaten with the fingers. Oshizushi, vinegar rice and ingredients shaped with a block into a block with a wooden mold, then cut into bite-sized pieces and eaten with chopsticks. And narazushi, still found in Japan, this closely resembles the original form of sushi. Narazushi is a fermented fish with rice and salt, which is preserved for a few months before being eaten. The rice is discarded after the fermentation process. Only the fish is eaten. Anyway, I learned that on TikTok this week that sushi means sour rice and has nothing to do with the fish. And for years, we have been taught wrong here in America about what the fuck sushi is. Then to follow that up, somebody on Twitter posted a picture of what they call it. I think I certainly can find it because I responded to it. It was basically just rice and the seaweed wrap, and they called it like plain or some shit. And I had to laugh because I just learned, that actually that's just sushi, and of course I found that to be amazing because, like I said, I just learned this information. So somebody tweeted plain sushi, and somebody responded to that saying jail. And I responded to that saying, I just learned this week that sushi is referring to the rice. So that's just straight up sushi and legit because it's just vinegared rice in the damn it, Aunt, what we just said a damn seaweed paper is called. We just talked about this on Creme Pat.
Nigiri?
I don't.
It's not nigiri, it's something else. I said nigiri myself, Box, so I guess I'm glad we're on the same page. Seaweed wrapper.
Nori.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. So this is just nori and vinegared rice, and that's just straight up, and that is indeed sushi. And so I thought that was dope. I thought it was fun and interesting. And I thought I'd share it with you, our listeners, because I thought it was something pretty cool to say. So there you go. Raw fish, sashimi. Vinegared rice and raw fish, sushi. The rice being what makes what pop off. And also the rice don't have, there's plenty of people who don't eat raw. Like I said, again, you'll see the TikTok. Plenty of people don't eat raw fish in Japan because it's not their taste either. So, you know what I'm saying? It's the rice that's doing the heavy lifting there. And I think that's pretty kick-ass. So that was my segment this week. Things I learned on TikTok this week. Did y'all come across anything in these TikTok streets to make you go, huh?
I've watched a couple of sports guys on there.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't really jumped back into TikTok. But
Yeah.
This could get me back in. Not that I say that I'm gonna. That's the thing. You gotta just listening to people. That doesn't mean that they're right. But I'm willing to listen. So
that's exactly what this was.
Yeah, I'll go on. I might go on there a little bit, some more here in the near future and peruse.
Yeah. I once he said that, I was like, let me go research this, which is why I have you a couple of sources in addition to that TikTok video. Don't think your boy would ever play you like that and not give you some other sources. I'm not gonna just take anybody on TikTok's word because that just seems dangerous. So put in some work elsewhere.
I fucking love sushi too. That shit's so good.
I know that's your jam.
They have like that sushi place that they opened up around here, where it has like the sushi goes around on the conveyor cart,
Mm-hmm.
and my buddy actually I called off work last Friday because I had a headache. I didn't sleep well.
Yeah.
It was real bad, but I didn't eat until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon because like I had called off work and went back to bed until like almost noon. And then I woke up, I screwed around for a bit, and then I finally was like, man, I need to eat something. It's like almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I need to put some food in me. Then like a half hour later, my buddy messaged me. He goes, "Hey, are you working today?" I'm like, "Nah, I called off. I didn't feel well." And he goes, "Oh man, I was gonna see if you wanted to go to that sushi place we were talking about." I was like, "Oh man, I just ate. Sorry, man." So I had a
You're
chance.
so
I had a
close.
chance, but
Yeah.
a quasi migraine derailed it.
Oh, it's all good.
Well, I did go to after we talked about it. I went to Otani Noodle for lunch today and got the chicken katsu done. Pretty
Nice.
good.
Man,
They
I
went
like
up.
that
They went up
place.
like $3.
That's about right.
I did
Oh
see
my
this
God.
one TikTok video where the guy was like, "Hey, how much for these dozen of eggs? $7." But he's like, "Oh man, that's too much." Then it's like, "I got this one egg for $1." He's like, oh, "Okay, yeah, I'll take that."
Oh my gosh. That's some shit I found that I learned on Twitter this week, I guess if you want to look at some shit. And that is the it's bullshit. This notion that it was a bird flu and that's why eggs went up. No, just the main egg distributor in the country raised prices and blamed it on the bird flu, which actually has not affected the chicken population anywhere near as bad as they made it out to be. And every news outlet just jumped on that shit, was like, yeah, bird flu that did it, and nobody researched it any further. It's like, you fuckers.
What I picture is a one big rooster walking around like slapping the other rooster bitches like, "Hey bitch, just give me an egg." And he got like a gold what's those things called under his chin?
The
Under the
the
rooster chin?
the gobble. I thought that no, that's not that's the roost. That's a turkey's thing.
I
I
thought we
don't
just
know.
called it turkey neck.
All right. He got a gold turkey net. He got it gold plated and he walk with a cane and he just pimping all the other the chickens in the hen house.
I'm running it foul. Y'all see what's up.
Foul feather. I see it.
Oh my gosh. Wait, that's that but there you go, people. That is it for our standard fare here. Now I'm gonna take you down to the mean streets of Reddit, where the brother like myself likes to delve into the subreddit. Am I the asshole? I have multiple ones this week. So much time we been going? Been going about an hour. All right, I'll give you I'm gonna hit y'all with four options. We will do three of the motherfuckers. This first one is just one I'm picking, so I'm just calling it what it is. And that is, am I the asshole for my response to my sister's boyfriend's brutal honesty?
Hmm.
And here are a couple other ones. Am I the asshole for not giving my newly engaged cousin my grandmother's engagement ring? Trust me, that seems interesting. In fact, I'm gonna be dumb and refresh this, and hopefully it's still here after I push refresh, because you know that what has happened multiple times is I click refresh and they done bomb the whole thing, and then I can't get back to it. In fact, let me copy and paste this bitch right quick. That way we'll have it just in case that occurs. And if y'all choose that one as to what we are getting down with. Control V. All right. Quick refresh. Okay, one's still there. That's a good deal. But there you go. So that's one. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter that she can't expect me to do the hard things for her just because she doesn't want to do them? The reason I picked this one is because this subreddit said, yes, you're an asshole. So I figured that must mean it's got to be good. And this one is, Am I the asshole for deciding to watch my grandson over my son's dogs? And again, this subreddit says, yes, you're an asshole. And I figured that's got to mean something, right? I have not read any of those. I did read the one about the engagement ring, and it's pretty good. So I mean, whatever. But those other two, like I said, I didn't read either one of them. I just saw that the subreddit had said they're assholes, and I was like, okay, Picasso.
I don't think I would have ever picked the fourth one until you said that they determined the person was an asshole.
I know. I want to know why.
Let's go with that one.
Okay, that's the dog one. We got one more to pick. What's the other of those of the remaining ones? Engagement ring or daughter doing the hard part? Again, that's the one that says an asshole. So I mean, got to be something going about
The daughter one doing the hard part. I feel like that could be as simple as like, oh, you're supposed to make your life easier for your kids. That's your job as a parent. You're an asshole. That's without having heard it. Anything that's just what my assumption would be. You know.
We can go with the grandpa. We can go with grandparent and parent night.
Fair enough. All right. Let's start with that dog one. I need to know. Am I the asshole for deciding to watch my grandson over my son's dogs? Family member told me to post here. My female 52, husband male 56, and I have 2 daughters. They are both great kids that are successful, accomplished, and I couldn't be more proud, but lead very different lives. We all still live in the same area, the area I raised them at. One, 25 female, travels extensively for work and has an on-again, off-again boyfriend, and the other, female, 28, is married and has a 3-month-old son. My daughter, with a 3-month-old, works full-time and is going back to work as her maternity leave is ending. I work part-time, but offered to watch my grandson at my house while they're at work. I'd quit my job, which I'm okay doing. We recently had a sit down about watching him, and my daughter and husband gave me a list of rules. My daughter and her husband. One they stressed was no animals around the baby. That one was a bit of a surprise and conflicts with the needs of my other daughter. I asked why. They cited safety. I accepted them because I want to watch my grandson and be involved in his life. My other daughter that travels for work has a pair of dogs. When she is out of town, she drops the dogs off with me. The dogs can be a bit rambunctious, but otherwise behaved. She is usually gone 3 days at a time, usually midweek. So the time that I watch the dogs would conflict with my grandson. I've been watching her dogs for 3 years. I've informed her that I want to watch my grandson, and because of that, I can't watch the dogs as much anymore. Well, she did not take the news well and flipped out, saying it isn't fair that she now has to find other means to take care of the dogs, and it is financially affecting her. I told her I can stop by and check on them in the evenings, but I won't have the time to properly take care of her dogs if they were left at her place. She hasn't spoken to me or her sister in the past week. So was I the asshole here? Now reading that, I don't think so. Is there more to this, like deeper in this situation? Is Reddit called her asshole because they like dogs? What?
The only thing I thought was kind of catty was she talked about her on and off. Because I thought I was gonna get into it. I talked about the on and off boyfriend, like, oh, she ain't married, she just got an on and off boyfriend. But other than that, she was clearly not the asshole here.
Holy smokes! There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row highlighted pink comments.
I'm curious because I'm just like, yeah, what's wrong here?
I mean, it's you've given this person what seems to be ample notice that you're going to no longer be able to take care of their dogs, and they need to find another way to. I don't know. None of this makes me think this person's an asshole. It's shitty going to talk about their dating life, but you know what the fuck I'm supposed to do? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it would have been more to that, but it clearly wasn't. Are there any not the ass comments?
That says you're the asshole. Agree. Okay, so all those are saying. Oh, wait a minute. This person says agree, not the asshole. Okay, so let's see. Let's go through these pink ones and see what's happened here. First one is Mark L. Betya. Mark L. Betya. He is a participant in this subreddit. Yes, you're the asshole for accepting an unreasonable condition to help one of your children at the expense of the other. Would your daughter really have found other accommodations to watch the baby if you stood fast on the no pets rule? Doubtful. Most animals get along well with children. If nothing else, you can find a way to keep them apart if need be. I think there's white people who just love dogs.
And not only that, she agreed to like check on them like at night. So it's not like she could. Yeah.
Let's just keep reading. Let me keep reading this comment.
Okay.
You chose the needs of one daughter over the other and seem surprised that she's upset about it. I have a feeling the daughter with the child knew you watched the dogs. Don't disagree with that. I agree with that too, which is precisely why she made up the rule. You can and should tell this child, okay, that you have reconsidered and can't abide by no pets rule. So she'll have to find other accommodations when you are going to watch the dogs or live with it. Don't be bullied by your daughter just because you want to see the grandchild. The next comment underneath that is agree with this 100%. Baby daughter is manipulating you intentionally at the expense of dog daughter. You shouldn't allow this. They are not going to pay for the expensive infant daycare when you are offering to watch their infant for free and even quit your job to do so. This will cause a permanent rift in your family if you don't fix it now. The one beneath that. Or, they could just not want animals around a 3-month-old baby, especially when they aren't around to watch. Doesn't have to be manipulation. We have no way of knowing if they would find alternative options because that wasn't in the OP and haven't found it in the comments yet. You are assuming a lot based on nothing. And then they said, edit, please don't spend money on awards because they have, like I said, it's a big old pink highlighted comment. One after that says, yeah, I don't understand why everybody's looking at the mom as a villain. 2 rambunctious dogs around a 3-month-old with 1 adult in the room is not a great combo. ETA. I don't assume that means what estimated time of arrival. Anyone who's had a baby and excitable dogs or whose parents did that with no issue, that's awesome. I'm genuinely happy that it all worked out for you. But there are plenty of people with the opposite experience too. It's not a situation everyone is skilled or confident enough to take on, and acknowledging that doesn't take away from your positive experience. Okay, so that person is not the asshole. And this is the last of these pink comments. Child is greater than dog. Reddit is populated with 12-year-olds. Edit, the crazies are sending me suicide hotline information. You know who thinks shit like that is funny? Yep, 12-year-olds. LOL. Here's another deeper pink comment in the people one. They just proved our point. People without kids don't realize the difference between your pets and somebody else's pets. I still would never let my daughter alone with my dog when she was a baby because she was a baby. They might have tried to walk, lost balance, and grabbed on the dog's fur. Dog's in pain and bites back. This is a 3-month-old baby and 2 rambunctious dogs. I don't blame the parents for having safety on their mind. OP, those dogs aren't your family. You don't owe anyone an excuse of how you want your days off, and your dog daughter is coming off as entitled, especially after you even offered to still go and check on the dogs at her place. Perhaps you can explain that you can revisit the dog range when grandson is a little older and you can advocate for himself. She's gotten 3 years of free dog care. I think it would only be fair if your other daughter could also get 3 years of child care. Not the asshole. Edit, thanks for the award. Yeah, I don't think this lady is an asshole. I think her daughter's kind of a dick for being like, don't have my baby around no animals. When you, there's no way she does not know that her mama watched them dogs. It's too much of a part of the
yeah. She's been doing it for 3 years. They're all aware.
Yeah, so that shit right there was definitely a sneak diss on her sister. But I don't know. I can't be mad about it. Like I said, you get that woman ample notice and said, "Hey, I'm about to start watching my grandbaby, and they don't want those around." Suck it up, Playboy.
I mean, if anything, we got to commend this lady for being so willing to help out her children.
That's great. Like, she's gonna quit a job she has just to be like, I got your back, baby, and I watch my grandson. Respect. How random. Yeah, I guess for the first time in a very long time, I outright disagree with Reddit on this one. They're a bunch of little bitches who love dogs a little too much, and I had a dog.
But
All
I
right.
sell drugs in the community.
I sell Black Dynamite. I sell drugs in the community.
You just did the equivalent of like, I have a black friend.
Hey, I do. She's a black dog. That stands firm. All right. Here's that other one that they said was an asshole. And am an asshole for telling my daughter that she can't expect me to do the hard things for her just because she doesn't want to do them. I'm just taking that at face value. Is this person an asshole in y'all guys' mind?
No.
I don't think so, but I like I said, I have a feeling like I know where this is going.
Let's see if it walks where you walk. I have a 17-year-old daughter named Ava who is gay. She came out years ago, but honestly, before she ever said anything to me, she made it clear as a child that she wanted very little to do with boys. My half-brother James and I reconnected about 2 years ago. We knew of each other as children, but I didn't know for sure that he and I shared the same dad. We ended up doing a DNA test after our father died and confirmed that we were siblings. So now we've gotten to know one another again and been slowly introducing our families to each other. He has 2 kids that are just a few years younger than my daughter. So Ava was really excited about finally having some cousins closer to her age. The one on her mom's side are significantly younger. She's also excited about getting to know more of my family since I'm not very close with the rest of them. We've met up a few times and it's always gone well. Everyone gets along with each other. At dinner a little while ago, James jokes that Ava's boyfriends would have to answer to me, her uncle, and her male cousins if they broke her heart. Ava just laughed a little and said that she wasn't concerned about boys, so they wouldn't have to worry about that. Later, when they were gone, she asked me if I knew how James and his family felt about the LGBTQ community. I told her I wasn't sure because it had never come up. So then she asked me if I could find out for her. I said that she should just talk to them about it directly since she's the one with the question. But then she said that she didn't want to ask because she didn't know James as well as I did and would probably be easier for me to bring it up instead. I ended up telling her that she can't expect me to do the hard things for her just because she doesn't want to do them. If she wants to tell my brother, his family, that she's gay, or even if find out if their opinions on LGBTQ people, then she should do so herself. I thought she had let it go, but she's been giving me the cold shoulder for a bit. My ex-wife actually called me earlier and told me I was being obtuse about the situation and that I should actually be willing to do this for our daughter. I feel that Ava disclosing her identity is a responsibility that should fall on her, and it's not my job to pave the road for her. Evidently, my ex and Ava both think it is, and I'm being insensitive as well, so I wanted some outside opinions. Edit. I love my daughter, and I'm proud of her, even in wanting her to find out about my brother's views on her own. I never would have left her to handle this without me at least in the room. Reading the comments, I realized that I wasn't teaching her how to be independent and do things on her own. I was likely making her feel completely unsupported. I saw that as facing her anxieties thing instead of truly thinking about it as a safety issue. I should have tried to see it from her point of view. I recognize that, and I will do more to learn in the future. I'm going to apologize to her and ask how she wants to go about it. I don't know if that falls into what you were thinking, Box, but I mean...
Definitely not. No, it's way different situation. I thought this was going to be like chores or something school related, like I didn't know this was going to be like an identity crisis thing.
This person is definitely a big butthole.
I wonder if it's so normalized to him that his daughter's gay. They just don't think twice about it, But it matters when we live in a world where gay clubs are being shot up and politicians are being super shitty about gay people and trans people and drag queens. All of a sudden, drag queens all over the world as people. Like, I guess there was a drag queen in Australia that got lit up by a politician because they were like, "This is grooming my children." I'm like, how is that grooming? What are they grooming them to do? dress flamboyantly? I don't understand. I truly don't understand what is being said here lately about things like that. I'm like, y'all are really just making it up as you go along at this point.
Yeah, that I get what you're saying, but that shit seemed like, man, like super. I mean, just at a basic level, super unsupportive. Like, obviously, if your child is coming to you like, hey, are you gonna at least find out, because I don't want to, like, you're in a relationship with this person.
Yeah.
I'm secondarily building a relationship with this person. This is something we should have been going through, like they said later on, at least together.
Yeah.
And you find out, you fill out the room, and then we'll talk about it more later. It's like, um, yes, extremely obtuse, extremely.
Fair enough. We have a glow in the dark comment here. This is from Leela Cat, who also is a participant. Forgive me. You're the asshole. Here's the thing: people can completely change their treatment of a person when they learn they aren't straight. I've seen the nicest people in my own family turn into the most hateful people in the moment anything rainbow comes up. You never know who bigots can be, and they are also capable of being the and loving kindness and loving to people they aren't hateful toward. You're right in that it should be her responsibility to tell them if she chooses. However, she is asking you as her parent to find out if these are safe people for her to be out to. One of the jobs of a parent is to protect their kids. She wants to know, rightfully so, if she comes out, if the reaction is going to be ugly and upsetting, or if it will go well. After all, this sounds like a new familial bond, and she may be looking to see if she should invest her time in building a relationship with them. If they turn out to be Westboro Baptist sympathizers, she may not want to invest into that relationship. And that's basically what Ant was just saying. This is, just you gotta have your kids back. You know, I just told y'all back toward Christmas that I had to kind of address some family shit, and that has been running swimmingly since. And so it was addressed as it needed to be, and I did that. I didn't have the kids do that. I didn't say, hey, consider telling them some shit, because I knew that was a parent responsibility, not a kid responsibility.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, this guy seems to have taken his lumps and learned a lesson, and I respect that for him. You know what I'm saying? Good on him for getting through that. You're an asshole, but you're learning, so it makes you less of an asshole to me at the start of this circumstance.
Maybe that person's just an anal fissure. It'll heal. It'll hurt.
I'm going to say that engagement ring one because I think it actually is kind of fun. We'll get that one in next week, ladies and germs. Then you get this last one. Am I the asshole for my response to my sister's boyfriend? Brutal honesty. Full disclosure. Once again, this one of those videos I saw on TikTok that showed Subway Surfers, and then a computer voice reading this, so I went and looked it up. My female 35 sister, female 27, started dating one of those brutally honest guys a few months ago. Now, do y'all know anything about the brutally honest movement? I'm not aware of this.
No.
Okay. Apparently, it's I guess be just that, brutally honest to people. Don't ever hide anything from my guests. Brutally honest guys a few months ago. He can be quite rude and make backhanded comments about me and the family sometimes, which is bothersome. But my sister says he's not malicious, but is just brutally honest time. And we should get used to it. I visited my parents' house to celebrate my sister's birthday, and my husband couldn't come with me because he was busy. After the party, we all sat down for dinner, and my sister's boyfriend said it was weird that my husband and I don't have kids, despite being married for 6 years now. I was shocked that he brought this up, but I gave a short answer stating that it had been because of infertility issues. He asked on which side, and I didn't want to answer, but my sister said it's on my side. I got uncomfortable as he looked at me for a second and said that maybe not having kids now is a good thing because he thought women over 30 might produce defective babies due to age.
This nigga.
I told him it was none of his business, but he said that he was just giving his honest opinion, and that's all. I in return told him while maintaining eye contact, trust me, if I wanted an asshole's opinion, I would have farted.
Oh.
Literally, everyone at the table burst into laughter. My sister and her boyfriend were stunned. A few seconds later, her boyfriend excused himself out, and my sister followed, then sent me a text after they left saying I was mean and disrespectful to my boyfriend and insulted him maliciously just because he stated his honest opinion. She also said I ruined her birthday by being petty and making her boyfriend the joke of the night in front of the family.
He
I didn't
deserved that shit.
I didn't respond, but she demanded an apology via mail as soon as possible. Mom agreed that I shouldn't have said what I said and should have just ignored him, knowing how he is. I think I'm the asshole, but I'm not sure.
The sister's an asshole. The boyfriend's an asshole, and the mama's an asshole. I knew since I was a little kid. You don't ask a woman her age, and you don't ask a woman about her about like a baby stuff. Like I knew from like when I was a little kid, and like somebody announced that they were having a baby a little bit too early in our family.
Yeah.
And then, like, around the holidays, somebody else asked about the baby. And I was like, even I knew then, it was just like, obviously the baby not here right now. Why is you asking this? And I'm at the dinner table. And then, like, I knew that from a young age. You don't ask about a woman's personal issues, period. Like,
Yeah.
that's not honesty. That's extreme rudeness.
Yes. And let's before I delve into our pink comments, I just want to look up brutally honest as a movement. Let's see.
Got a really brutal shit. It's this one video I seen on Instagram or TikTok several times where the little kid get off the school bus and his mother's like, "How was school today?" He's like, "It was fine." Mom, that sandwich you made me today, terrible sandwich.
Yeah.
I love that video.
What comes up is radical honesty is the practice of being completely honest without telling even white lies. The phrase was trademarked in 1997 as a technique in self-improvement program based on the 1996 book Radical Honesty by Brad Blanton, which proponents of radical honesty present the practice as a moral imperative. Blanton's program argues against moralism and promote radical honesty as a means of reducing stress, deepening connections with other people, and reducing reactivity. At a Moth main stage event in 2009, radio producer and writer Starlee Kine related her experience with radical honesty, which she labeled a cult. Kine described a seminar where Blanton was verbally abusive at one point, urged her to sign a contract to obey him completely for the duration of the seminar. Oh yeah, so this is it felt culty, but now I see. Look, if you know Starlee Kine, trust me, me and Aunt know Starlee Kine. you put faith in that woman. She knows what the fuck she's talking about. And the Starlee Kine saw that shit was a cult. Your shit is a cult. It already this shit seemed wild on some old crazy disrespectful shit.
Early in Twitter days, there's two people that I've talked to on Twitter that's celebrities: Starlee Kine and Jill Scott.
That's what's up. But we do have a couple of pink comments, so let's delve into that. Princess Troubleshoot. You know how he/she is the biggest cop out for those people who everyone knows is a rude bully. If everyone called those kind of people on their bullshit instead of tolerating it, either they would realize they're inappropriate a-holes or they would at least be on notice that people disagree with them. Yeah, it's easier to say nothing, but why suffer a-holes? Thanks for the awards. We'll scroll down a little bit. This person is actually responding to that comment. You know how he/she is the biggest cop-out response for those who everyone knows is a rude bully. Thank you. It drives me up the wall how This is used to pressure people to put up with abusive, rude, or plain ass holish behavior. It's used exclusively to excuse and defend shitty behaviors and actions as if some people really think the person has no self control whatsoever or responsibility for their own actions. But somehow, everybody else around them is supposed to have both. Most people who do this have some sort of agenda, but I can't for the life of me understand those who don't necessarily have bad intentions and still spout this nonsense without even thinking. Peacekeepers can also be incredibly toxic and sometimes abusive, as despite their good intentions, they always put pressure on the wrong party, never on the aggressors themselves. Edit. If everyone called those people on their bullshit instead of tolerating it, either they would realize they're inappropriate a-holes or they would at least be on notice that people disagree with them. This is another good point. A lot of people double down on just acting the way exactly because so many people let them get away with it and even protect them from consequences, reinforcing the ideal that there's nothing wrong with them and that the way they act is just that some people are being too sensitive, etc. So, yeah, this dude is clearly an asshole. Got checked on his behavior, and that was the end all be all of that. Fuck him and your sister and your mama for looking at you sideways too. I hope you have since made a baby, because that post, as it turns out, like I said, I told you I saw it on whatever. It's like a year old, and I have no idea how that person is or who is, but I hope they are better in this life. In fact, I'm going to click on them. I'm see if I can click on their name and see if they are what they're chatting about in these streets. That's kind of the fun of Reddit. You can delve down a hole. Nope, that's the only post they've ever made. See if they're commenting on anything. No, that was it. This is it. That's the only thing they have commented on or posted. They came here to find out if they was an asshole. Were told they were not, and they pieced out. So that is what is up with that, people. I actually wrote down my entertainment list this week because it was a little deeper than normal. Okay. Ticket to Paradise. Watch that on Peacock. Julia Roberts and George Clooney.
Mm-hmm.
A very fun movie. If you like a rom-com, it's just that. You'll very much enjoy it. And I very much do enjoy I did enjoy that movie. But word to Peacock on that one. I started and completed Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2022. It was so good. It's probably one of the best Call of Duty campaigns I've played in years. And it ended way too soon. And that's the problem with those campaigns. They're about 6 hours long at max. But it ended with basically a little stinger, which is like, I'm like, hell yeah, do that shit like Marvel movies. And so I was like, okay, that's very kick-ass what they did with that. So I'm excited for some more Modern Warfare here in a few years when we'll get a sequel to that. I also started Bayonetta 3 on the Switch. I love Bayonetta, and I'm quite happy to have started that, and I have been having a good time with that. Yesterday's, from the day we record this, Microsoft had a, what do they call it? Basically, I think they called it a direct. Developer Direct is what they called it. Basically, they updated people on 4 games, and then they added a 5th game to the list. And that 5th game, they was like, yo, here's this game from this company, and we're going to drop it after this program. So they shadow dropped a new game called Hi-Fi Rush. It's from TangleWorks Studios, who's the guys who made The Evil Within, and the guy who runs TangleWorks is the guy who made Resident Evil 4, my favorite Resident Evil game. So Shinji Mikami. So his company is who made this game. And I just started a couple hours, a little bit before we started recording tonight. It's fantastic. And it's if you have Game Pass, it's just right there on your Game Pass subscription. And if not, it's $29.99. You can buy it on Xbox and on PC. And it's gorgeous. It's cell shaded. It's animated, kind of the Into the Spider-Verse style. So it has a kind of like that stutter judder animation, but it looks fucking amazing. And it plays great. Basically, you're attacking on the beat. And it's just everything, and it's got a bunch of licensed music. Like I had a boss fight with a song playing. It's really good. It's really fun so far. I'm really enjoying it, and I think it's pretty great. And I love the fact that I get to play it just as part of my subscription. So that is what's up with that. Also, I am addicted to and am unable to break myself from Marvel Snap. I play it every night before I go to bed. I play it till I get tired. It is hilarious that is how I play that game because like then my eyes get heavy and I start fucking up. But that's my style of play. I am. Let's go look at my levels here and tell you. I can tell you that I am. My little green, levels that is beneath my portrait is now 1,274.
Oh.
So, you like to think, oh, that's amazing, but then I know other, like said, like Fowler been playing, and bruh, he'll just send me his shit every now and again. It's like he is at level 77 on his vibranium score, which is the score in like the lower right hand corner that you get from doing snaps.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's like you can be so much more.
Yeah, I got 33 for snaps, and I'm at I guess my green level is 896.
Okay, yeah, I'm at 39 on snaps, so we right there. So that is what's up. Oh, hey, it is late enough in the day that I can get my free credits. Right, go ahead and click that button. Also, of course, I watched again The Last of Us, and I kind of want to see if Boxy kind of means to watch that this week, or you just let it go.
I have not seen it.
Okay, and of course, I know who watched it. If just as good, if not better than the first episode, and I fuck with it. Let me tell you that right now, man. The Last of Us is a really good show. So much so that I've just gone down this rabbit hole on YouTube of watching people's reactions to it. It's been that fun to me. So I'm like, oh, let me see what other people are saying about it. And what's fun, what I've been having fun with is finding people who haven't played the game. And so this is all shocking to them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I dig that. I like their reactions because their reactions seem so honest. And I have seen so many women and one man crying about that first episode when what happens to
Sarah.
yeah, I didn't want to put that out there, but yeah. So yeah, so that has been a delight. I found this channel with these black women sitting on the couch watching it, and they are so fun and funny. And I made a point to respond to them, and because I as a person who has some content that he likes to get responses on, I thought go ahead and respond to them and let them know that she was amused by their work.
Isn't it funny some of the stuff that we get like interested in or we find entertaining? Like I remember going back last year or maybe the year before and watching some of the compilations of people like their reactions watching like Game of Thrones stuff live.
Oh, nice.
Like when Arya caught the knife.
They caught that knife?
Yeah. And people are like, ah!
You know what gets me still? People watching Cap Catch Me Owner and then say Avengers Assemble. It almost always makes tears just about every time, even now. But also, like when you get to see crowds go buck wild for that shit, it's still like one of the best things ever, man. I love watching that shit. So, yeah, that's one thing YouTube has kind of made me like. I like reactions. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing people and hearing and finding out people's honest reactions to things. And I especially when it's reacting to shit that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So like Oreos and stuff like that there, I love seeing people say what they think of if I come across people like say like I go up for these Oreos or not and so forth, and I'm like, y'all don't know, man, but basically I reviewed every damn Oreo that exists. Oh, trust me, if I went looking for that the most Oreo, it just didn't drop until Monday apparently in stores. And if it works like it should, we'll have a new Oreo to review for you guys next week. So we'll see how that all.
I'm sure my kids go ape shit when they see those Oreos.
So we'll see if that plays out like it should. I'm very excited for that. Pitch Black is back as well. I need to find that and get a sample of that. I don't think that's review worthy. It's just a return of a Mountain Dew flavor that I enjoyed. So I'm down for some Pitch Black.
Is that the grape one?
Yeah. Delicious, scrumptious. But what's popping with y'all in the realm of entertainment? What have y'all been entertained by this week?
I watched the last Scream movie.
It was okay, right?
You know what? It seemed like I don't remember like the old Scream movies like too much, but man, this one seemed gory and violent as fuck.
I
Like
like that they embrace the campiness of it.
I wish it was more campy. Like when like even like the first where she didn't die, spoilers, but he be stabbing the shit out of her. Like he stabbed her like a bunch of times.
Like
I don't know if it was
the first movie like started like it was like a perfect horror movie. And then everything that's come after that has been like it's like making a photocopy of a photocopy.
Mm-hmm.
And like it just keeps getting worse and worse. But like they're at the point now where like shit, we know it's bad, but we're gonna make it entertaining bad.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of the things I enjoyed about the Megan movie. Um, I really like the more I think about it, the more I enjoyed it. I kind of want to see it again. Like she be fucking those people up. I love
I
it.
heard it's reviewed well.
I would definitely give it as a person who doesn't watch a lot of scary movies. I would give it a 7.5. If
Nice. Sequel being greenlit already, so you'll get some
mhm.
more of that soon.
I'm looking forward to it. It fuck that. I'm gonna give it, even as a person who doesn't watch scary movies a lot, I'm gonna give it an 8 because it checks all the boxes. Some of the stuff is like a little predictable and stuff, but like everything that you would want out of a movie, it gives you. It definitely does. Um, I'm gonna spoil this shit real quick. It's this one part where like you see this other robot earlier, but then you see the fucking little girl put on these gloves and fight the other robot as a robot. It is so good. That part is so good. That part is so good.
Did you ever watch Ex Machina?
Yeah, I tried to watch it. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, that's another a movie with robot lady, and yeah, that's a very
But
cool
that's like
movie.
an erotic thriller though.
I guess there's some eroticism in it. Oscar Isaac in that. It's pretty dope. My
Yeah.
man, Don Gleason, whatever his name is. Yeah,
Which is
so
another genre I think is kind of disappearing lately that hasn't been back.
the erotic thriller.
Yes.
Yeah. That's definitely some 90s, late 90s kind of vibes.
Yeah, Michael Douglas was the king of erotic thrillers, but now
Bruh,
he's too
what was the one where Demi Moore played his boss? She pushed his
Disclosure.
hand down, like, "Yo, eat this pussy, motherfucker." And I always thought that was like so
Disclosure.
hot.
I never
Yeah.
forget in that movie, because that movie, I don't think it's any nudity in it, but it's like I think it's like it might be PG-13. But I just remember Dennis Miller being in it, and he's like,
Mhm.
"Man, her nipples are like her pencil erasers." And I was just like, "Whoa,
What a description!
wow, that's the best thing I've ever heard in my life."
Oh my gosh!
But I for comfort's sake, I've been watching The Big Bang Theory again.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah, you said the last week, but you're uncomfortable with how they be clowning Roger's voice.
Yeah, yeah, I don't like that part, but I've been watching that, like throwing something that I don't really got to pay attention to, and then I've been watching on Discovery Plus this show called Inside Out, where it's these two cousins. One, he pushes you to spend the home improvement money on the outside, and then the other cousin pushes you to spend money on the inside, and then they decide and they fix the house.
Fair enough.
It's just something to get through the day. It ain't, sometimes it ain't all Shakespearean.
Box, what about you? What has entertained you this week?
It's pretty much just been sports and YouTube, like my usual things. Like I watch wrestling. Yesterday was a tribute show for the wrestler that passed away last week, and I caught a little bit of Raw on Monday after I came home from bowling. But yeah, I mean, football was last weekend. I've been watching basketball. Yeah, that's it. I haven't seen The Last of Us and no movies or nothing.
What about the I forgot Hot Ones came back today.
I did watch that today.
Oh,
Who
Because
was that?
I had to see Anna Kendrick,
Oh, okay.
I have not watched Hot Ones. What was I going to ask? Cincinnati or Chiefs?
My heart says Cincinnati.
Okay.
My head says the Chiefs, even because there's something going on here. Because they said Patrick Mahomes has a high ankle sprain, but like I saw that dude like running around in practice in a video the other day. Usually people with a high ankle sprain can't walk for like 4 to 6 weeks. So how's this dude like running around and going to play on Sunday? Are they giving him the varsity blues like he in the training room getting the ankle shots?
He probably doing that, but they have so many different amazing things they can do. in the NFL, they probably put fucking stem cells in his ankle.
Man, I saw his foot go like 45 degrees. I don't know how the motherfuckers running around and talking about playing on Sunday.
Man, I don't know, but I don't really care who wins the Super Bowl. I guess one dude who who plays for them lived in Cleveland Heights, and then the other team is from Ohio, so
I do not fuck with the Bengals and do not want them to go to the Super Bowl again. Fuck that. I'll say that shit straight up. I don't bang that shit like, oh, it's Ohio. Don't you want to support Ohio? No. I don't fuck with the Bengals.
If I had to pick any team left, I would pick the Eagles.
Same. But I'm wildly excited to see the 49ers near this again. Because I used to root for the 49ers when I was little. You know what I'm saying? Joe Montana was my guy. Then Steve Young, it was after that. So it's like, I'm kind of like, yeah, man, it's kind of cool to see the 49ers back at it like a bad habit, So I
have a grudge against Kyle Shanahan for how he left the Browns. Even if he may have been right, I still don't like the way he did it.
Who is Kyle Shanahan? Who's that dude?
He's the coach of the 49ers. He was the Browns offensive coordinator back when we had Johnny Manziel. Oh, and he resigned by presenting like a 45-page PowerPoint on why he wanted to get the fuck out of here.
49 points seems pretty legit. If you got 49 points, why you could like throw that shit out there? I mean, brother, you should go.
Nice. And then this came in the mail this week.
Oh, that bleeds?
It was the GoldenEye orchestrated soundtrack. And then I promise you, like, the day I got it, they announced the GoldenEye was coming to the Nintendo Switch Online and Xbox Live tomorrow. As I look at my Instagram, but it is a gold nugget record, as you can see, which is different than just a standard gold. It kind of has it kind of looks like gold is in it, like it stuck some leaf in there or some shit. It's pretty cool. I'm very excited about that. And like I said, GoldenEye is available if you have the Nintendo Switch expansion pack right now and on Xbox Game Pass tomorrow. So that is a delight if you are trying to get down with that particular game. That's what's up. But you know what it is, man. Rate, review, subscribe, share, all that good shit. You know where we are. You know how to do it. Feel free to give us a call at 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311. We'd certainly love to hear from you. And hear from you we have this week only via text message. Because again, that phone number is able to take some text messages. So we have a couple of texts this week. One is from my man Slater, word up to my man Bill. And he said, I saw this Amber the Asshole update today after listening to the show, and I thought I'd share it with you in case you didn't see it. And it's an update. It's an update to the locked storage bin situation. And let's see, it's not too long. My daughter and my brother-in-law both found my Reddit posts separately. First, my daughter, who was sent it via a friend who knew the situation, she confronted me about it, and we had a very long talk where she admitted that when I'm away, her mom doesn't treat her very well. Oh, shit. And often puts her cousins, my nephews, above her, telling her that she should be understanding we're far better off than them. Oh, no, I didn't know mom was doing the kid dirty. I was aware that they would occasionally sneak into a room to take things or play, but apparently they go so far as to wait for her to leave for a few minutes, run in, grab what they want. Her mom also makes a lot of comments about her weight. Oh, fuck. That's why, remember she said she was going to get fat?
Mm-hmm.
For reference, our daughter takes after me, being taller with some more masculine features such as broader shoulders, while my wife is small and petite. There's many other things I won't say here that my wife has said to our daughter. I didn't bring it up at first and consulted my wife on buying a I didn't bring it up at first and consulted my wife buying a lock for our daughter's door, which she opposed. Even if our daughter said she'd buy it with her own money, she started yelling about how under her roof our daughter has to abide by her rules. The house is technically mine, not hers. She stormed off and immediately began telling all our friends and her sister and brother-in-law that I was being controlling and awful to her. The brother-in-law found the first post and sent it to her, leading to another argument where she accused me of airing our dirty laundry to the world instead of trying to communicate, despite me trying to and getting shut down. Once she stormed off, I packed a bag, as did my daughter, and we went to a hotel. Yes, we brought the snack bin. How funny. Where we have been the past few days, while I find a good divorce lawyer. My wife is still spreading lies about me, claiming I tried to kick her out and all sorts of other lies. I'm finished with her. I don't care what she says. I'll be divorcing her and paying as much alimony as she wants so that I can keep my daughter safe from her. I don't care about the house or anything else. She can keep it all and let her brother-in-law and nephews mooch off her until she's penniless. I'm sorry this is not I'm sorry this is not a happy update, and I doubt I will make one after this. But thanks for opening my eyes, Reddit. Edit. After so many people told me not to give the house, I'll be doing my best to fight for it and low alimony for my wife. Me and my daughter shouldn't have had to leave the house we both grown up in because of my wife. She can live with her sister if she wants to help them so much. Bill, thank you for that update. God, I hate that took such a nasty turn for that guy, you know?
I mean, how many times have we said they don't belong together? They should get divorced.
You're right.
And then finally we get one and it happens.
You're right. This is the first time I didn't say they should get divorced. But hey, man, that's what's up. Next one's from our boy Dub JK. You know what I'm saying, Will? He said, "Glad this option exists. You're correct. Fuck fudge. At least Peter got a. At least Peter got a. What?
No, I was about to say my kid was just this evening listening to double not fudge, man. I think it's double fudge now. But yeah, we still fudging it along. It's double fudge.
He said at least Peter got a dog out of losing his turtle.
Yeah,
I think there's a fourth book where Fudge gets some karmic justice. Glad Box didn't get the slurs because he's absolutely right. Till next time. I don't remember the slurs situation. Can I be brought up to date on this? Did you not understand some slurs or something? Is that what it was?
I don't remember.
Neither do I. So I can't really speak to it. But thank you both for taking advantage of the old text messaging platform that our phone number provides. That's dope. And if you want to get down, I just gave you the phone number. It's also should be at the top of the show, and I believe I have it at the top of the show. So that is what is up.
Hey, I was thinking while I was washing dishes earlier. I feel like we should bring back Chester Store's Dollar Store Trivia this week.
That's not the name of that.
What's it called?
You said Chester Store's Dollar Store's Trivia.
I meant Chesterfield's Dollar Store Trivia.
Goddamn right.
You can submit answers through text.
Okay, made it a little easier for you.
Oh yeah, make it a little easier for you. Or through Wrath of Chesterfield. Well, I still have that email address.
wrathofchesterfield@gmail.com.
And this week's question is, what actor in modern times played both Batman and Superman?
Oh, I don't know that answer. You get that into me by next Thursday. The 2nd? Huh. Did that from the head, boys. From the head. Next Thursday, February 2nd. And you could win a pack of those new Oreos. I'll get them shipped out to you myself. Okay? And whatever Ant wants to throw in extra, if Box is so inclined as well. That is Tatum 216.
Good night.
That is Lunchbox 2099.
I'm helping.
It's shaking, bacon, yoked.
And I helped. I am the Internet Sailor 713. You've just been podcast 2, and I'm certain you loved it. We'll do it again next week. Peace.
Twinkle toes, you're breaking my heart.
What happened to your ass? It used to be beautiful.